This is Tom Dupuis with Online Media Masters, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Google Keyword Planner to research keywords for your SEO campaign. And you essentially just want to create a keyword list so you can plan the content that goes on your website. This will help you, if you're just building your website or if you're optimizing the whole thing. The keyword list really sets the foundation for how you're going to do that. So the first thing I want to go over is Google Autocomplete. I really don't like to start with Keyword Planner, especially because Autocomplete can provide a very simple list of keyword suggestions. So say we're a photographer in Chicago and we offer wedding photography, family photography, headshots, fashion, all these different phrases. This is a really good place to start. So what you want to do is open up a Google Doc and write all these phrases down. So, Chicago wedding photographer. I'm not going to write them all down, but you get the gist of it. Write all the relevant phrases down in autocomplete, and you can also play with non-plurals or plurals to get different suggestions. And you can also use this blank thing, the underlined character, wherever you want to get new keyword suggestions. So blank photographer in Chicago. Look at that. Who would have thought Indian wedding photographer in Chicago would be a keyword? You wouldn't really know that unless you did some, played around with those different word ordering and plurals. So that's why I like to start with Keyword Planner and write down all the different relevant phrases. Average cost of wedding photographer in Chicago might be a good blog article. But that's it. You don't have to write the same keyword down twice. Wedding photographer in Chicago and Chicago wedding photographer are essentially the same. So you probably just want to write down Chicago wedding photographer. So once you're done creating that list, that's when I like to go into Google Keyword Planner to make sure I didn't miss anything. So to use Keyword Planner, you actually have to sign up for AdWords, and you're going to need to enter your billing information, your credit card, very unfortunately, but they want you to, they're trying to get you to run some AdWords campaigns, but you don't have to do that. So when you sign up for Keyword Planner, just create a sample ad, fill in whatever text you want, and then remove that campaign. And once you do that, just hover over the Tools tab or click it, and then go to Keyword Planner. So now that we're at the home page, we can click this. And you really want to start with a broad phrase, because that will give you more keyword suggestions. There's a lot of filters right here, but for now I'm just going to leave these blank. But you can see that you can target specific cities, languages, search engines, keywords to not include or keywords to include. And they have a bunch of filters right here, but for now I really just want to see as many keywords as possible to make sure I didn't miss anything. So go ahead and click Get Ideas and click on the Keyword Ideas tab right here. First thing I want to point out is that you don't want to take the average monthly searches too literally, because Chicago photographer and Chicago photographers are counted as different keywords. So really this phrase has 320 plus 880, around 1,210 monthly searches, but then there's also other variations of that. So it can clue you in on how many searches a keyword has per month, but you'll need to combine all those keyword variations, plus this is really just an estimate. Other thing I want to point out is you can ignore the competition because this is for AdWords. Organic search results, the competition is based more off if the phrase is broad, then usually broader phrases are more competitive. So by targeting Chicago newborn photographer, fashion photographer, that blog article keyword, average cost of a wedding photographer in Chicago, those long tail, more specific phrases are really the ones that you want to go after because they're lower competition, and since they're more specific, people know what they're looking for and they're more likely to hire you. So now what you want to do is, we have our keyword list right here. I really didn't fill it out too much, but these are all the keywords I found from Autocomplete. And then I just want to cross-examine, I guess you could say, my keywords from Autocomplete with Keyword Planner to make sure I didn't miss anything. So if Autocomplete didn't show Chicago baby photographer, I might want to include that. Although that's the same thing as newborn photographer for the most part, so that would only be one keyword. But you can go through these keyword suggestions and make sure you didn't miss anything. Chicago food photographers, I don't believe that was in there. And eventually, as you want to click through the different pages to make sure you didn't miss anything, but eventually you're going to start seeing keywords that are repetitive or that aren't really relevant. So once you hit that point, that's when you can, try out some of those filters and look for, other keywords, I guess. Two of the filters that I really like to use, if I'm targeting a specific city like Chicago, I can include that here. Just type in Chicago. A couple other ones I like to use are the include option. So for me specifically, I'm not a photographer, I do SEO for WordPress. So I would type in WordPress SEO. And that would give me keywords related to just WordPress SEO. So you can see, WordPress SEO consultant, WordPress tags SEO, phrases that have WordPress and SEO in that keyword. So the include option can be really good if you're looking for a specific topic. The average monthly searches, or this will show you, a date range. But there's lots of options here. If you want to target keywords with a specific amount of monthly searches, you can. But like I said, just be careful. I usually don't like to do this because, like I said, there's variations. These are all estimates and they're kind of unreliable. So I just usually like to leave these blank and use the other filters if anything. So that's really it. Go ahead and open up a Google Doc, write down all your keywords from Autocomplete, and then cross-check it with Keyword Planner to make sure you didn't miss anything. Remember to target the long tail, more specific phrases, because targeting too broad phrases, you probably won't rank for that. I don't have a chance of ranking for, SEO WordPress because it's so broad and competitive. So those are my tips. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. You can also play around with trends, and even in here they have some different options if you want to create a keyword list that you already have or get search volume and trends. But what I went over is the essential part of Keyword Planner and helping you develop your keyword list. So yeah, hope this was useful. Leave me a comment if you have any questions.